stop for a moment. Time rushes forward. Money feels distant. A silent belief locks the mind, teaching that wealth requires waiting, struggle, sacrifice. This belief controls millions. Today, that belief breaks. I am Shi Heng Yi. And this message arrives for those ready to step beyond common thinking. A single misunderstanding about time and money keeps abundance delayed. Once this misunderstanding dissolves, movement begins immediately. Not later, not someday, now. Ancient disciplines, modern psychology, and lived experience all point toward one truth. Wealth responds to inner permission, not endless effort. Many train the body, few train perception, even fewer train language. Yet language directs energy. One precise word, spoken with awareness, shifts inner resistance and opens outer flow. This video reveals that word, the timing behind it, and the inner state required for real results. January 24 carries a rare alignment between intention and action. Miss it, and momentum slows. Use it correctly, and doors open with surprising speed. Stay until the end, because partial understanding creates confusion, while full understanding creates power. This teaching removes noise, superstition, and false promises. Only clarity remains. Large sums of money never move toward tension. They move toward certainty. That certainty can be trained. That training begins here. This path carries discipline, calm, and responsibility. No chasing, no begging, no force. Only alignment. By the final moments of this video, awareness will sharpen, resistance will soften, and a new relationship with money will begin forming within, quiet, grounded, strong. Welcome to Shaolin Divine Flow, a space for inner mastery and outward harmony. Join this channel, subscribe, and walk this path together with focus and respect. Listen carefully. Every word spoken leaves a mark, not in the air, but deep within the mind. Words travel faster than thought and sink lower than emotion. They move straight into the subconscious, the place where habits are formed, decisions are shaped, and reality begins. This is why language is never harmless. Each word carries direction. The subconscious does not debate. It does not analyze. It accepts whatever is spoken repeatedly or spoken with emotion is taken as instruction. When a word is released, the mind immediately searches for ways to prove it true. This is how beliefs are built without awareness. This is how limits become normal. This is how struggle becomes familiar. Ancient teachings understood this long before science gave it names. They taught silence, precision, and restraint of speech, not for politeness, but for power. A careless word weakens intention. A clear word sharpens it. The mind follows the strongest signal it receives. That signal is often language. Modern psychology confirms this quietly. Internal dialogue shapes behavior. Behavior shapes outcomes. Outcomes shape identity. All of it begins with words. Spoken aloud or whispered inside, the effect remains the same. The subconscious listens constantly. It does not rest. It does not forget. When someone says money is hard, the mind builds walls. When someone says opportunity is rare, the mind stops looking. These commands run in the background, unseen yet active. Most people live inside scripts they never wrote. But once this is understood, language becomes a tool. Words turn into switches. One phrase can release tension. One word can remove resistance. The moment speech becomes intentional, the subconscious receives a new order. And when the order changes, behavior shifts without force. This is why discipline begins with speech. Not motivation, not effort, precision. The right word, spoken with awareness, aligns inner direction. From that alignment, external movement follows naturally. Pay attention. Most people fail to manifest money for one quiet reason. They approach wealth from tension. Inside there is urgency, fear, the feeling of not enough time, not enough skill, not enough luck. This inner pressure sends a signal of resistance. Money does not move toward resistance. It moves away from it. The harder the chase, the stronger the block. This is where timing becomes critical. January 24 sits in a narrow window where intention settles quickly into the subconscious. The mind is still shaping the year. Patterns are not yet fixed. A clear instruction given now embeds deeper and responds faster. Miss this window and the same instruction requires far more effort later. Clarity beats force every time. The subconscious responds best to simplicity. One word spoken with certainty carries more weight than long affirmations filled with doubt. That word is not about wanting or pushing. It is about removing the inner barrier that says, not yet. The moment permission replaces pressure, the internal signal changes. The way the word is spoken matters. Calm breath, upright posture. No emotion of desperation, just presence. The subconscious reads state before it reads language. When the body is calm, the instruction is trusted. When the body is tense, the instruction is questioned. After the word is spoken, restraint becomes power. No repeating, no explaining, no checking for results. This silence tells the mind the decision is final. From that stillness, intuition sharpens. Actions appear naturally, without forcing. Failure returns when people interfere. Complaining resets resistance. Doubting weakens the command. Seeking validation scatters energy. Money responds to coherence. When thought, word, and state align, movement begins. Signals soon appear. Lighter thinking. Unexpected ideas. Small openings that feel effortless. These are not coincidences. They are indicators of alignment. Speed comes not from pushing harder, but from removing what slows the flow. When resistance drops, reality reorganizes quickly, quietly, and precisely. Understand this clearly. January 24 is not powerful because of superstition. It is powerful because of timing. At this point in the year, the mind is still open. Old patterns have loosened, but new ones have not fully hardened. Neuroscience shows that early year intentions imprint faster, especially when paired with calm focus. Ancient traditions observed the same effect without naming it. They worked with moments, not calendars. On this day, attention settles more easily. Decisions feel quieter, yet stronger. This creates a rare condition where the subconscious accepts direction without resistance. A single, precise instruction enters deeper than it would weeks later. This is why discipline schools chose specific days for vows, oaths, and inner commitments, not for ritual, but for efficiency. One word works best here because the mind is not cluttered. Simplicity cuts through. When a word is spoken on this day, posture matters. A straight spine signals readiness. A relaxed jaw signals trust. Slow breath tells the nervous system there is no threat. The subconscious responds to these signals instantly. After the word is spoken, restraint protects the signal. Speaking again weakens it. Explaining it to others invites doubt. Looking for proof too early creates tension. Stillness allows the instruction to settle and begin working beneath awareness. Mistakes are subtle. Complaining about money later that day contradicts the command. Rushing into forced action creates friction. Comparing results with others scatters focus. Alignment requires coherence, not effort. As the hours pass, changes appear quietly. Thoughts soften. Decisions feel simpler. Opportunities do not announce themselves loudly, they feel obvious. Conversations happen naturally. Ideas arrive without strain. These are early indicators, not the final result. Money responds to order. January 24 offers a moment where inner order is easiest to establish. When language, state, and timing align, movement begins without struggle and momentum builds before the mind starts interfering again. Focus now. One word intention works because the brain seeks efficiency. Neuroscience shows that the mind responds faster to clear, compressed signals than to long instructions. When information is simple, the subconscious processes it without friction. One word becomes a clean directive, free from confusion. This is why short commands trigger action more effectively than complex explanations. The mind moves toward clarity instinctively. Ancient wisdom understood this through practice, not theory. Monks, warriors, and healers used single-word mantras to train focus and regulate inner state. These words were not affirmations. They were anchors. Spoken once, they aligned breath, posture, and attention. Repetition was avoided unless discipline weakened. Precision was respected. Power was conserved. Science now explains what tradition already applied. A single word activates neural networks associated with emotion, memory, and identity simultaneously. When spoken with presence, it bypasses conscious resistance and enters the subconscious directly. Longer phrases invite analysis. Analysis creates delay. Delay weakens intention. One-word intention also stabilizes the nervous system. When breath slows and speech is minimal, the body enters a receptive state. Cortisol drops. Focus sharpens. The mind becomes cooperative instead of defensive. In this state, the subconscious accepts instruction as safe and relevant. This is why emotion matters less than certainty. Strong emotion without clarity scatters energy. Calm certainty concentrates it. The word becomes a point of alignment where thought, body, and direction meet. From that point, behavior adjusts naturally, without force. The mistake many make is turning the word into a chant. Repetition creates doubt. It signals insecurity. One word, spoken once with full presence, signals decision. Decision restructures behavior beneath awareness. Ancient schools protected this knowledge by teaching silence, not because words were forbidden, but because words were powerful. Speech was trained like movement. Every sound had consequence. When intention is reduced to one word, resistance has nowhere to hide. The subconscious receives a clean command. From that clarity, motion begins quietly, steadily, and with far less effort than struggle ever required. Notice this truth. The mind is not impressed by effort, it is guided by direction. Effort without clarity creates exhaustion. Clarity without effort creates movement. This is why some people work endlessly and stay stuck, while others move forward with calm precision. The difference is not strength. It is alignment. The brain is designed to conserve energy. When a task feels unclear, it resists. When direction is clear, it cooperates. This is biological. The nervous system relaxes when it understands where it is going. Confusion triggers stress. Stress slows perception. Slowed perception delays action. Clarity removes all of this instantly. Effort often comes from fear. Fear of lack. Fear of delay. Fear of missing out. That fear tightens the body and clouds judgment. The mind in this state cannot recognize opportunity, even when it appears. It is too busy pushing, too busy forcing, too busy proving. Clarity feels different. The body softens, breathing deepens, attention narrows. The mind stops racing and starts selecting. This is when intuition becomes reliable. Decisions feel obvious, not heavy. Action happens naturally, without internal argument. Research shows that clear goals activate the brain's reward systems faster than vague ambition. When the mind understands exactly what is allowed, it reorganizes priorities automatically. You begin to notice relevant information. You meet the right people. You choose differently without effort. This is why one precise word can outperform years of struggle. It removes internal conflict. It tells the subconscious there is no debate. When the debate ends, energy is released. That energy turns into focus. Focus turns into motion. Effort tries to move the world. Clarity allows the world to respond. Money, opportunity, and timing all respond to relaxed certainty faster than to pressure. The mind moves at the speed of understanding. When understanding is clean, response is immediate. Settle into this moment. The word that unlocks abundance is simple yet misunderstood. It is not about asking. It is not about forcing outcomes. It is the word allow. This word carries no tension, no demand, no resistance. It signals readiness instead of lack. When the mind says allow, something subtle happens. The inner grip loosens. The habit of controlling every outcome softens. The subconscious receives permission to cooperate with possibility rather than defend against disappointment. Abundance cannot enter a clenched mind. It flows toward openness. Most people block wealth without realizing it. They say they want money, yet internally reject ease. They expect struggle, they prepare for delay. These hidden expectations act like closed doors. Allow removes these barriers quietly. It tells the mind there is nothing to fight. This word works because it aligns with how the brain learns. The subconscious resists commands that feel forced. It accepts permissions that feel safe. Allow feels safe. It carries trust. Trust lowers resistance. Lower resistance increases responsiveness. When spoken with presence, allow reprograms the internal signal from I must chase to I am ready to receive. That shift changes behavior automatically. You notice opportunities sooner. You respond instead of react. You choose calm actions over frantic ones. The body must match the word. A relaxed jaw, a steady breath, an upright spine. These signals tell the nervous system there is no threat. In this state, the word sinks deeper. It becomes instruction rather than noise. Allow is not passive. It is disciplined openness. It removes interference so that action becomes intelligent instead of desperate. From this state, movement feels guided. Decisions feel lighter. Timing improves without effort. Many underestimate this word because it feels too simple. Yet simplicity is its strength. Complexity feeds doubt. Doubt delays results. Allow cuts through mental noise and delivers a clear message to the subconscious. When permission replaces pressure, abundance no longer feels distant. It begins to feel natural. And when something feels natural to the mind, it moves toward it without resistance. Slow down here. The way the word is spoken determines everything. Timing comes first. January 24 is chosen because the mind is still shaping its direction for the year. Speak the word early in the day before distractions accumulate. This allows the instruction to enter a quiet mind, not a crowded one. Emotion must be calm. Excitement is unnecessary. Desperation is harmful. The subconscious does not trust urgency. It trusts stability. When the emotion is steady, the message feels safe. Safety allows acceptance. Acceptance allows change. Speak the word from certainty, not hope. Posture carries silent information. Sit upright, spine straight, shoulders relaxed. This posture signals self-respect and readiness. A collapsed body communicates doubt. A rigid body communicates fear. Relaxed strength tells the nervous system there is no threat. In this state, the subconscious listens without resistance. Breath connects everything. Inhale slowly through the nose. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. This tells the body to settle. When the body settles, the mind follows. Speak the word at the end of the exhale, when stillness is strongest. The word is spoken once, not repeated. Repetition implies uncertainty. One clear expression implies decision. Decision carries authority. Authority reshapes behavior beneath awareness. After speaking, remain silent for a few moments. Let the word echo internally. Do not add thoughts. Do not correct it. Do not improve it. Stillness seals the instruction. Many weaken this process by checking for results immediately. This creates tension. Tension signals doubt. Doubt reactivates resistance. Trust keeps the signal intact. This practice is not performance. It is alignment. Timing aligns the mind. Emotion aligns the nervous system. Posture aligns identity. When all three match, the word becomes more than sound. It becomes direction. From that direction, the subconscious begins adjusting perception, behavior, and choice without effort. The change is quiet, natural, precise. The word has already done its work. After the word is spoken, nothing outward is required. No chasing, no forcing, no constant checking. The mind must learn that the instruction is complete. Interference after the fact weakens its effect. Silence becomes the strongest form of follow-through. Move gently through your day with awareness, not urgency. Notice opportunities, conversations, and thoughts that appear naturally. These are early signals of alignment. They may be subtle, a fleeting idea, a small coincidence, a sudden sense of clarity. Do not dismiss them. Do not question them. Simply observe. Observation reinforces the instruction, allowing it to sink deeper. Action arises naturally from this alignment. You will find yourself drawn to the right steps without panic or strain. Effortless action flows because resistance has been removed. Trying harder does not speed results. Trying harder can even slow them. Trust the process. The subconscious is already working, reorganizing perception, behavior, and attention. Avoid repeating the word. Avoid explaining it to anyone. Avoid doubting its effect. Each of these creates noise that diminishes its impact. The instruction thrives in quiet confidence, not in repetition or debate. Maintain calm, grounded presence. Pay attention to internal cues. Thoughts may feel lighter. Decisions may feel simpler. A sense of timing may become more acute. This is not imagination. It is the mind adjusting to new permission. The subtlety is intentional. Abundance rarely arrives in loud bursts first. It flows quietly, then builds momentum. Gratitude enhances the process. Acknowledge without attachment the small openings that appear. Gratitude signals to the subconscious that the space created by the word is recognized and appreciated. This strengthens alignment. Do not rush results. Allow them to manifest in their own rhythm. The power of the word comes from releasing control, not exercising it. By observing, trusting, and remaining present, the seed planted by the word begins to grow. The mind and the world quietly rearrange themselves to respond to your readiness. Many unknowingly block their own abundance. The first mistake is doubt. After speaking the word, questioning its effect signals uncertainty to the subconscious. Even a single thought of "will this work?" creates friction. The mind begins to protect itself against disappointment, and the flow slows. The second mistake is impatience. People expect instant results and begin searching, checking, or forcing outcomes. This creates tension. Tension closes doors. Money and opportunity move toward calm, not urgency. When effort replaces alignment, resistance grows. The third mistake is comparison. Looking at others' success creates hidden pressure. It tells the subconscious that what you seek is scarce or dependent on someone else's timing. Abundance is not a contest. It is a state of permission. Each person's alignment moves at its own pace. The fourth mistake is over-explaining. Sharing the word, the intention, or the method with others invites doubt and distraction. External opinions carry energy. When opinions contradict your clarity, the instruction weakens. Silence protects the power. The fifth mistake is clinging to old beliefs. Thoughts like, "I never have enough" or "money is hard to get" act like invisible walls. Even subtle attachment to these beliefs undermines their instruction. Allowing the old pattern to linger delays results. The sixth mistake is forcing action too early. Trying to control the outcome immediately signals mistrust. The subconscious responds by reinforcing resistance. True manifestation arises from alignment, not effort. Calm observation, not frantic intervention, creates space for abundance. The seventh mistake is emotional imbalance. Extreme excitement, worry, or desperation destabilizes the nervous system. The mind cannot receive instructions clearly when the body is tense. Presence and grounded calm amplify the word's effect, while emotional extremes diminish it. Avoiding these mistakes requires discipline and awareness. Each misstep is subtle, often unnoticed, yet it blocks momentum. Alignment thrives in quiet confidence, patience, and trust. When doubt, impatience, comparison, over-explaining, old beliefs, forcing, and emotional imbalance are removed, the path to abundance clears naturally, and the subconscious begins to move with precision and ease. Subtle shifts begin first. The mind feels lighter. Decisions feel simpler. Thoughts that once felt heavy or confusing now arrive with clarity. These are early signals that the instruction has taken root. The subconscious is responding, quietly reorganizing perception and behavior. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. A conversation, a message, a fleeting idea that feels too precise to ignore. At first, they may seem coincidental. They are not. The mind is tuning into alignment, noticing paths that were invisible before. Awareness becomes sharper. Timing feels intuitive. Actions feel natural, not forced. You may notice a change in energy around you. People respond differently. Circumstances shift in ways that feel effortless. Doors that were once closed begin to open without struggle. These are signs the internal signal has moved into external reality. The word has planted a seed, and the environment begins adjusting to your readiness. A sense of calm emerges. Anxiety about money diminishes. The tension that usually accompanies desire starts to dissolve. This is critical. Abundance flows toward a mind that trusts, not toward a mind that chases. Calm is a signal that the subconscious has accepted the instruction. You may also experience moments of intuition that feel undeniable. You know what steps to take, whom to contact, or which ideas to pursue. These impulses arise naturally and often feel effortless. They are not random, they are the mind's response to clear direction. Signs continue to multiply quietly. Small wins, unexpected insights, and even minor coincidences carry weight. They are confirmations of alignment. Each one reinforces the subconscious, making it easier to maintain clarity and focus. Pay attention to these subtle indicators. They are the language of manifestation before the visible result arrives. They confirm that the word spoken with calm presence and clarity is already working. Momentum has begun. Change is unfolding. The mind, the body, and the world are responding in harmony, setting the stage for abundance to flow naturally and with ease. Remember this above all, true abundance begins within. The power to receive, to allow, and to create lies not in effort or struggle, but in your inner authority. You are the one who sets the signal. You are the one who clears resistance. Trust yourself. Trust the timing and honor the quiet strength that already exists inside you. Carry this knowledge forward. Speak with intention. Move with calm. Observe without interference. Align your mind, your body, and your state, and the world will respond in kind. Each step you take from presence is a step toward the life you deserve. If this message resonates, show support by liking this video and subscribing to Shaolin Divine Flow. Together, we cultivate clarity, mastery, and abundance, one mindful action at a time. Step forward today with certainty. Allow the flow and watch as the universe rearranges itself to match the quiet power within you. Your abundance is waiting. Trust it, embrace it, and let it arrive.